What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI TV. Now today is episode 5 of the LOI transfer show, and I'm going to be having a look at all the deals that have kind of gone over the line recently, and there's obviously lots of them gone through. In particular, Shamrock Rovers have had some very interesting ins and outs, so you'll be having a look at them as well as many other sides in the league, looking at how they're going to be shaping their teams up for the rest of the season. Before jumping into that, guys, I want to give a super quick shout out to our sponsors, OneFootball. OneFootball is the ultimate platform for just about everything football. If you want to stay up to date with all the transfers that are going on this summer, in terms of all the leagues, there's 160 leagues covered in the OneFootball app. You can turn on notifications for your favourite teams to never miss any updates on their news, results, fixtures, everything you want to know. So make sure to check out the OneFootball app with the link in our description below. It's available on iOS and it's also available on Android. Let's take a look at some transfers. The first player we're going to look at is Trevor Clarke, who made his move to Rotherham United from Shamrock Rovers. Really exciting signing for the English side. I think they're in League One now. Disappointing blow for Rovers to lose him. Really talented young player. I think it was the figures estimated to be around 120,000, which seems pretty cheap for a player that's only 2021. There's a lot of potential for the future, but obviously really disappointing for Trevor that he actually suffered apparently it's a very bad knee injury in his first game. I think it was only a behind closed doors friendly. And he was stretchered off in a knee brace in the first half, only a couple of hours after being announced, which is so bad for him. So unideal. I think he had an ACL injury last season that he struggled with. It's a killer blow, and it's a really big blow for the young Irish fullback. Best wishes to him in his recovery. I hope it's a speedy one. And it's a big blow for Rovers, obviously, to lose a player of that calibre. But if we're looking at Rovers' incomings, they actually have brought in Burke. They've brought him back from Preston North End. Really good bit of business. It's a loan deal for, I think it's till next June or July. So it's around a year loan deal. He was with Preston, didn't really make the grade there. Was loaned out to Gillingham for the second half of the season last year. Did okay, played a few games, but I think he only scored 1 goal in the end. So I think it's a move that suited all parties, this one. Good move for him to get his career back on track. Shamrock Rovers has been kind of his home. He's been spotted out with Aaron McEnough and a lot of other Shamrock Rovers players in the last few weeks, and rumours have been being thrown around. And it's been confirmed that they have sealed him on the 1-year loan deal. So it's a good move for Rovers. Whether it'll be enough for them to be able to push on now and to challenge for the title, I don't think so this season. I think Dundalk have that gap, and I think they're going to have it sealed up. Could be a big player for the cup, that could be something Rovers look to win. Be a really big achievement for them. I think they need some silverware. They need to really, because they are spending lots of money and wages for players. They have a lot of high calibre players, and they need to start winning things. So I think it's a good signing for Rovers, and he could be a crucial part for next season of their plans. And maybe they could look to bring him in on a permanent deal once the loan move is finished. The next player we're going to look at is winger/striker Ronan Hale, who's moved from Crusaders to St. Pat's. He was formerly with Derry, where he's on loan from Birmingham City in England. So that's a good move for Ronan. As I said in our previous video there 2 days ago, when we were reacting to Friday night's game, Ronan Hale actually scored in his debut. He's a late winner against Cork off the bench. Great strike. Talked about it in the last video, but yeah, it's a really good impact from him. He could be the player Pats need. I think that's what Pats need to start looking towards, is getting young players. Like they have the likes of Jamie Lennon and stuff like that coming through, and it's good to see that they have the youths and they're going to bring them through. And I think to see young promising players that they could potentially sell on for a really big profit is the way Pats need to go. Obviously bringing in players like Gary Shaw and stuff is good for experience, but I think they should look down the route of bringing in the likes of players like Ronan Hale and stuff like that. I think it's a very good move. I've heard a lot of Pats fans being very unhappy with Harry Kenny and the style of football this season. Can't really blame them. I was at the Pats game, I think it was the first game of the season, where I saw them beat Cork 1-0, and they didn't play great football, but I thought if they could keep getting the results without playing good football, the fans will be happy, of course, if they're going to be up there at the top of the table challenging for Europe. But it hasn't turned out that way at all. I'll never ever say that a manager should deserve to be sacked, because it's just not what I'm going to be doing on this channel. Never ever promote that. But looks like the pressure is mounting for Harry Kenny now, and I think it probably could give them this Pat's board a decision come the end of the season. Next player we're going to look at is Cork City's defender Sean McLoughlin, who made the move across the pond to Hull City. Signed a contract there till 2022. Joined on an undisclosed fee. I'd say it's probably a couple of 100,000. I'd have a guess. and he's been loaned instantly to St Mirren in Scotland, which is an interesting one to think that they're not going to loan him straight back to Cork. And I get it, it's a high level of football in most terms in the case of Celtic and Rangers and stuff like that. Apart from that, I don't think it's too different, but I can see why Hull would do that, and it's a good opportunity for Sean to get across the pond, make an impact in Scotland first of all, and force his way into Hull City's plans. I think it's a 6-month loan in St Mirren, so maybe for the second half of the season, if he's impressed, Hull could look towards him as being a good defensive reinforcement. Big loss for Cork. Obviously Cork, have spoken about them and their season so far. They've been really, really poor. They're only 4 points away from the relegation, that 9th place now. So the pressure is mounting on them, and they just need to throw this. They need to just make sure that they aren't in any sort of trouble. I think they have 2 games in hand on Finn Harp, so they shouldn't be in any bother come the end of the season in regards of relegation. Cork and relegation in the same sentence is just crazy. I would never have anticipated that at the start of the season. I didn't anticipate them to have a great year. I didn't anticipate them to have a title challenge, but I still expected them to be knocking around the European spots. And it's an absolute joke what's happened down there, and the fans are rightfully outraged. So there'll be a lot of change there in the off season, I presume, in terms of players, and I'd say to have a new manager come in potentially. So not great for Cork, but for Sean McLoughlin, good move, I think. Be interesting to see how he does in Scotland. That could be a big tell in regards to how he's going to get on at Hull. And the last 2 players we're going to look at are the 2 young strikers that have moved to the Dublin clubs. Glenn McCauley has joined St Pat's from Liverpool, and Bohemians have confirmed the signing of Andre Wright. Andre Wright is a striker. I think he came through the ranks at West Brom. He's an English forward, and it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. Obviously, I think he's playing non-league football before this, so it's an interesting signing. Bo's obviously Dinny Corkin with a long-term injury, so it's kind of one of those positions that they did need to get some reinforcements in, and it'd be interesting to see how Andre Wright did. He made his debut there against Finn Harps on Friday night in a 1-0 defeat and didn't do an awful lot for me. So it'd be interesting to see how he gets on. Needs a bit of time to bed into the squad, and could be a good sign. As for Glenn McCauley at St Pat's, again, it's another player that I think St Pat's, that's the right type of signings to be making. Young, hungry, talented players. I think he's unlucky. He did okay with Liverpool's youth teams, scored a few goals, and it's a bit of a good. I think it could be a very good, especially next season. I think it could be a chance for him to have a bigger impact for Pats. This season for Pats hasn't been great. I think they're 6 points off Bows in terms of getting into the top 4. So they're 6 points off Europe as well, because Derry City are level with Bows. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does. I don't think he's expecting to get too much first team football this season. Potentially get a couple of games. I think his fitness needs to get back up and running, and considering the different Liverpool obviously playing different winter months. They play through it in Ireland we don't, obviously, so it takes a while to adjust to the new layout of the season. So I think next year could be a big year for McCauley, and he could score some crucial goals for Pats, and I could see him being a good sign. Well guys, what do you make of all the transfers that have gone through? If I know I've missed out on a lot, so let me know what you think of all the other ones, and obviously the ones I've mentioned, in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like the video, share, and most importantly, subscribe.